Welcome, Titans! Here at the Writing Center, we're committed to improving the writing of our diverse student population. We believe that language has the power to transform our lives, and as classrooms become more inclusive, it is imperative that we recognize the diversity of written English. That's why we're excited to announce a new initiative called the Language Policy Ally Program, which is designed to protect students' language rights and promote language diversity in academic institutions.
The LPA program was inspired by an emergency town hall meeting led by the Black Student Union at Cal State Fullerton. At that meeting, several African American students talked about their experiences with racism at CSUF. But one African American student spoke specifically about a negative experience he had with an English teacher. They said, "You hear things from your English teacher such as, 'Did you really write that paper?'
It's really articulate. Can you put it on Turnitin.com so I can check it for plagiarism?"
We talked extensively about the BSU Town Hall at an English department faculty meeting, and we all agreed that as faculty, we had to do everything in our power to assure the safety of students of color at CSUF who take our English classes.
In terms of the university policy, our use of the word standard was really rooted in white norms that weren't acknowledging the demographics of our students and the types of Englishes that they may bring to the table. For example, Black vernacular English or Spanglish. And so omitting the word standard was our way of saying that one English is not better than any other form of English.
You know, it's great that we have a writing policy that encourages instructors to recognize the diversity of written English, but students also need to know their rights under this new policy change. And that's essentially the role of a language policy ally. This program trains graduate students to become peer mentor allies who help other students navigate inequitable situations, similar to the one experienced by the student in the town hall.
The first part of the program includes a summer institute where students will work one-on-one with a faculty mentor who specializes in language policy and writing studies. The second part of the program resumes in the fall semester. LPAs will give presentations to writing-intensive classes about the newly updated CSUF writing policy and how it helps protect students' rights as speakers of multiple varieties of English. To become an LPA, there are 2 requirements. You must have graduate student status and take 2 required courses that provide a foundation for your role as an LPA.
I would encourage anyone, any English speaker, to take this course. It really challenged the ideas that we learn in an academic setting.
Before, I thought there was only one way, and that is to tell students what to do. That is how you teach. But it turns out there's multiple ways to teach students.
I find myself catching myself before I say things like, oh, that's not the right way to say that, or it's not the right way to write that. Instead, I tell them about context and how, if you're in maybe like an academic context, the way that certain things might be perceived, and we have discussions about that.
It's nice that it's a smaller class, so you can have more discussion. You meet a lot of people. I've already made a lot of friends in the class.
Never would I ever thought that I would be going to school for English. That was actually one of my least favorite subjects in high school. Not being able to read subjects that pertain to me and not being able to read or have things incorporated into the curriculum that I felt like I could see myself in. So I wanted to kind of be that change.
It gave me some of the tools and the information that I need to make my classroom more equitable and accessible for students of all language backgrounds.
Talking to students from marginalized communities or students from other countries that come here, when they write, we get to see how it is that in their culture that they communicate, and I feel like that just adds richness to writing.
Anyone, no matter what your racial or ethnic background is, this course would greatly benefit you.
Each required course for LPAs provides a foundation for the 3-week Summer Institute LPAs are required to complete. In addition, LPAs are paid a total of $3,000 for their involvement in the program. Applications for the LPA program start in early April.
Language has the power to inspire change. If you're passionate about promoting and protecting diversity in student writing, sign up for the LPA program through the Writing Center website. Become an ally today.